We as Utahns are engaged in the work of enduring together. In fact, the state's economy is so robust, in large part because neighbors care for neighbors, friends care for friends, and strangers even look out for strangers. It doesn't matter who you are. In Utah, you belong. Whether in the cafe or the community, there's place for you at the table. Our doors are open. So too are our hearts. You see, Utah is one of these places where it doesn't matter how long your family's been in the state or whether you've been here for 5 minutes. To us, you're a Utahn. The enduring spirit of Utah is not inspired by government. No, it's inspired by moms and dads, teachers, small business owners, friends, and neighbors. Earlier this year, when neighbors in West Valley City were overwhelmed at the prospect of revamping and reclaiming their community, an opportunity presented itself. Aging homes with peeling paint and cracked up driveways, broken fences, and neglected yards needed to be refinished. So in typical Utah fashion, neighbors came together. After identifying problems, reviewing resources, and communicating with community leaders, an initiative was born, Operation MyHometown. Operation MyHometown is a neighborhood improvement coalition made up of residents, city workers, and volunteers from various churches and other organizations. It runs entirely on private initiative and volunteerism, two of Utah's hallmark strengths. Their process is simple. See something in need of repair, note it, and join the group to help fix it. And then, of course, fix it. Repair requests can be submitted online, and anyone can help. The projects are significant, and quite remarkably, they're being completed. To quote one news report, quote, 6 days a week, the church is converting its meeting house into the neighborhood into a community center. Corporations are donating cash and goods. A new park is planned. The city is adding streetlights. Funds are being raised to finance home ownership. And volunteers are streaming in from all over the Salt Lake Valley to work side by side with residents. Neighborhood resident Bonnie Shaw stated, "I'm so encouraged, so hopeful, so blessed. I can't even believe this is happening." Another resident, Nicholas Orwin, shared as follows, "We live in a strange world these days. We hear this ideology that if you don't look like me, talk like me, act like me, and vote like me, then we must be enemies. But throughout all of this social upheaval, this community has worked together and served one another in such a brilliant and beautiful way that it just defies the ideology that we're different and we have to segregate ourselves out into groups. Even in the dark days of COVID, this community service was such a bright, shiny star. Through all of that hard, we have this really beautiful and safe community service that was happening." It has been said that the greatness of a community is most accurately measured by the compassionate actions of its members. If that's the case, then Utah is truly a great place. To honor this tradition of greatness, I myself am grateful to host the annual Flavors of Utah event in partnership with Operation MyHometown in West Valley City later this summer. My office has partnered with this and other great community groups to collect food from local producers and distribute it to those in need. I encourage other Utahns to join me in this effort as we, together, look for opportunities to thrive.